Hey everybody, it is Thursday the 24th of July. It's going on 5:30. We're sitting here in a taxi in traffic. We have a train ride at 8:20 tonight, but we're leaving pretty early. Not sure about the traffic to get to the train station, and then not exactly sure how long it takes to get our ticket, but we just want to be ready. I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to take a break. Not from work. I'll be working from Laos, but just to get away and start preparing ourselves for our move back. Today was relatively easy, but just putting things together, packing, and it looks like we're almost here at the station. So our train leaves at 8:20. We'll get in around 5:30 tomorrow morning, Nong Khai, and then I'll just take some video along the way so you can see what it looks like. Over and out. We come up into the entrance of the train station. Maru Kap. Not too much traffic here. There's the station.
มันได้ทั้งข้างหน้าและข้างหลังครับมันจอดได้หมดเลยก็เลยถามคุณลูกค้าว่าอยากลงข้างหน้าหรือลงข้างหลัง
So we're inside the airport, not the airport, the Apiwat train station. We went to check in for our tickets, and we actually already have them because I bought them online using 12togo.com. I'm really surprised that works well. I bought the insurance for it, and we're in a first class coach, so this will be exciting. So that means we can lay down and sleep in air condition. I did pack for with a sweater because Da said it is a little cold and you can't really control it. But you can see we came early enough, thank goodness. So we're about 2.5-3 hours early, and so we did very well with the traffic. I was very shocked. But this is much nicer than I expected. A lot of kiosks in here and a lot of food, different things. Here's a pharma shop. I'm going to get a coffee. Da says she wants a donut. I'm very excited to get away. You know, here I was just kind of bitching about work and frustration and everything, and she says, well, you gotta let it go. And I'm like, yeah, I know, I gotta let it go. Just another week in the books, week 22, and just more confirmation how badly I want to leave. It's just no doubt anymore. You know, there was a couple weeks of doubt, but not after this past couple weeks. Just no way. It's just intolerable, the level of incompetence. So anyway, so this will just be a fun little adventure. We'll get into Nong Khai tomorrow around 6:30. Her sister will pick us up, and then an hour to hour and a half back to the house, and then might have to take a nap, and then I have a meeting at 11, and then I'll probably run out on my motorcycle and look for some coffee. But yeah, look around. I mean, the food, the restaurants here, the food isn't very substantial. It's more like snacks, so not very hearty meals. It's good we ate. I ate an egg sandwich before I came, but it's very nice, comfortable, good place, very cool and loud with all the trains. But yeah, it's really nice. I'm excited for this little adventure. Hey everybody, so we just boarded the train, and this is what our room looks like. Top bunk down here and a small bunk down here. This is looking outside to the door. This is looking inside. The problem is, just so you know, for yourself, and there's the sink. No toilet. You have to go outside to the toilet. here's all of our bags. What I didn't know was when I booked this was I booked 2 rooms, or I booked 2 beds, and you have to indicate your whether you're a man or a woman. So I didn't know that I assumed booking us together as a couple, they would put us in the same room, but they didn't. They put her in a different room, and I didn't read the ticket, and it's not really clear on the ticket, and you wouldn't really know unless you have experienced this before. But they put her in a room with a girl, and I'm in a room with a guy, instead of us together sharing the room. So that's a lesson learned. I got to see when we apply for this again to see if there is a way so that we can share a room. It's very, very old-fashioned that they did it like this, and annoying. So we are on our way to Don Mueang to pick up the next passengers, and we will see if the person who's supposed to share the room with me will go into the other room with it's a tom. There's a tom in the other room, or basically a girl who's very tomboy. They call them toms here. So that's if the guy who's kind of sharing the room with me doesn't approve, isn't okay to share the room with the girl next door, then Dal will have to stay with them, and the guy will have to stay with me. But you can see here, there's no room here. You know, I saw some lady came in with like 4 bags, so I don't know what she's gonna do. And you know, I just have my 3 little bags here. 1 big bag, a duffel bag, and a backpack. Dal has her big bag, and so there's not a lot of room in here. So we should be in Don Mueang very, very soon to pick up the next load of passengers. This is the first class, so this was about 1,800, 1,900 baht each, plus insurance, plus a little bit of the extras, and I just bought the best that we could have, insurance-wise and first class service. So if we have a problem, we can call. So we'll make it. Hopefully, the guy will let us stay together, and he won't mind sharing the room. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care changing the room, especially if I was alone. But so I need to check in Laos when we get there to see if I can change our return tickets to Bangkok so that we can stay in the same room. And I'm not sure who I'm going to call. I got to check the tickets. But I did pay for first class service, so they should be able to help me. And it's still, the next train is only 3 weeks out. So hopefully I will still have some time to make the change. But it's okay. You know, we're definitely not going to get a great sleep here. But I think the rumbling of the train and stopping, that might be very soothing and put me to sleep. I'm tired today. But yeah, we're on our way. I'll let you know how it goes. Hey everybody, it's 5:45 in the morning. It's Friday morning, the 25th of July. So yeah, I probably look like crap. I feel like crap. So we just rolled into Udon Thani. The next stop should be Nong Khai. This is where we will get off. But I had a horrible night sleeping really bad. I was tired. It's not terrible. The bed isn't terrible. They just put the beds up. The guy who was in the bunk above me, he just got out from Udon Thani. He said he does this every week. He goes home for the weekend, and then he goes to Bangkok Sunday night to work at the Don Mueang airport, and then he comes back home to Udon Thani. So as soon as he hit the bed, he slept. He was out. And then he just woke up and walked out with his backpack. That's it. Very small backpack. But he slept all night. I couldn't sleep. I think I didn't even sleep an hour. So I'm surprised how awake I am. But I think you have to get used to it. You know, the noise. It's a train. It's a rocky train, but I think for the option, it's not that bad. We'd probably just have to get used to it. I just couldn't fall asleep. Yeah, I don't want to dwell on that. So we're coming in. It's daybreak, and coming in to Udon Thani probably within the next 20 minutes. It looks like we're even early. But all my bags are here with me, and I had to sleep with a Tom in the next room, and she already got off at another station. But so the other thing I was going to mention is the Wi-Fi. It was almost nothing most of the trip. It was like it went down to 3G, and I couldn't connect to anything. So I kind of doom scrolled. I was gonna read, but I was like too tired to read, and I didn't want to look for my book and my Kindle. So yeah, I should have probably read. That could have probably helped me sleep better, or even fall asleep. But yeah, no Wi-Fi most of the trip, I'd say. 3G, barely could connect to anything. Even now, I'm pretty sure it's not very good. So we're off pretty soon. We'll be at the border, crossing the border, and then headed home. And now the hard part will be to stay awake for the rest of the day since I didn't sleep. I've got a meeting I got to connect to at work around 11 o'clock, but that should probably not be very long. And then the rest of the day I'm not going to do. I don't think I'm going to do anything work-wise. I'm going to be with my dogs, check out the house, and then yeah, that's it. End of week 22. Here we're passing some rice fields in the border. We should be in Nong Khai very soon. You can hear all the creaking all night. See, it's still rattling. Plus the door handle was rattling all night. That made it difficult. It was almost soothing, almost enough to put you to sleep, but I just couldn't. The bed is kind of firm, and the pillow was surprisingly good. Yeah, all in all, a story, I would say really not bad. I didn't use the sink. I was looking for the dog that shit in my mouth, because that tastes awful. But I'll just grab a mint. So we just arrived at Nong Khai. We came off the train, and now we jumped into a tuk-tuk, and we're heading to the border, which should be right like less than 5 minutes. Dogs everywhere. So we got all of our luggage in here. Someone that's going to go back with us. very humid day. Over there's the border. How much was this? 200 baht. So from the train station to the border, 200 baht, or about $7, I would say. Yeah, about $7. All the train people. The other news I heard today, I just woke up to, was Hulk Hogan died at 65 or 75. Ozzy Osbourne was 75. I think Hulk Hogan died of, he said, cardiac. You know, I guess probably, I wonder if all the steroids and all of his crazy life antics added to that. There was another guy, a black comedian, Jamal Warner. I think I saw one of his movies. It wasn't one of those. It's kind of like those dumb comedies, like satirical comedies. Here we are at the border. So this is it. Now we walk across, and then we'll take a van on the other side. So here we are. I had to go to a special room for some reason with my visa. We went and got tickets for the bus. We had across the bridge. It's called the Friendship Bridge. In this rickety old bus. So that was 35 baht per person, which is about $1, a little over $1, $1 US. So this should probably take 2 to 3 minutes to cross the border, or to cross the Friendship Bridge. Yeah, just surprised at how old the system is here. I'll take some video as we're crossing the bridge, because up here we're going to, I think we cross over to the right side. So in Thailand, you drive on the left side, and then when you go into Thailand, you drive onto the right side. So there's a crossover up here. I'll show it. I don't want to take too much video here, but I'll show it as we're doing it. So I just got through the Lao border. It was kind of loosey-goosey, but here I'm. Da's mother, nephew, and sister came to pick us up. He's carrying my bag. This is the Lao side of the border. Very loosey-goosey. Seems like people could easily slip through this. Not very clear on what steps you need to take or what aisles you need to go to. But here I am in Laos. I'm going to take a little bit more video here at the border on the Laos side because I might not take it on the way back because it's just the system in reverse. Probably be just as weird. So apparently we're waiting on Da's sister's husband or Da's sister's boyfriend, the father of her daughter, and the mother who's never come. They're also coming from Nong Khai. They live in Nong Khai. So her sister, that stays at our house, had a baby almost 2 years ago, a year and a half, I think, to this guy from Thailand. But they don't live together. She stays to take care of our house, and he lives in Nong Khai with his mother, taking care of her because she's very old, I suppose. They're very traditional. But so that's who we're waiting for, and I don't know why they're waiting. I said, why are they coming when we're coming? Because now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna have 5 or 6 extra people in my house again, and I get frustrated with that. That's one of the cultural differences and frustrations. I come home, I would just want to be in my house alone and quiet. Usually, I mean, they're usually very quiet anyway. They don't cause a lot of problems, they're not noisy. I shouldn't say problems, but they're noisy. They're not noisy. They're quiet, respectful. But I just want to be in my house. I come home and it's like always they want to see us when we come back. And the Lao style is you stay with each other, even if it's 10, 15 people in the house. So yeah, it's just one of those cultural differences you got to get used to. And they'll probably only stay a couple days because he has to go back and work. If he doesn't work, he doesn't get paid. His mother's very old. She wants to see her granddaughter, which is understandable. So this guy is, he's like 40 some years old, never been married, lived with his mother. Very kind of odd situation. But Nui's sister kept in touch with him during COVID. I don't know how they met. And they just talked, and then she went to meet him like a year or two after COVID. They've been communicating online she claims that like 7 years. But I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot I don't know. And Nui goes to visit him, and boom, first time she gets pregnant, and then she had a baby. I was so pissed off. I'm like, I do not want a baby in my house. I don't want children in the house. But anyway, they're very nice people. Yeah, it's just I just don't fully understand the stories, and I don't know if she fully understands it either. Anyway, so that's who we're waiting for, and apparently they're going to be staying at our house. So I guess the grandmother's bringing chickens and gifts for her granddaughter. So we'll see what that looks like. I'm going to go get a coffee. So we're waiting for the guy and the grandmother, but they can't contact them. They're not answering the phone, or they don't know what the problem is. And so her family's getting nervous about me. They don't want me to get upset. I just came back to my house 4 months later, and I've got 10 people in my house. I'm going to have 10 people in my house. So she wants me they want to leave because they're not hearing from her. And I feel bad to leave the mother and the grandmother and the guy. Because then if we're not here for them, then they're going to have to take a bus into Vientiane, and I don't know, weird. I just don't understand why they do this. Like, as soon as I'm here, I'm like, I get I get no, not even a day just to relax in the house, you know, without like 20 people. Anyway, I'm graping again. I'm tired. I didn't sleep the whole night. The train, it was good, but yeah, I don't want to do that too often. Let me get a coffee. So here I'm getting my coffee. I got a latte on. This is Lao coffee. I hope it's good. Looks like it's a press. It's real coffee. It's not the Nescafe. That's what I was afraid of. But at least it's real coffee. I think it's 35,000 keep, she said. So I'm getting 2 cups. So 70,000 keep. I don't remember it's probably $3 or $4. So it's kind of like a double. But yeah, it looks like we're still waiting for even the parking, you know, it's just very kind of disorganized there. Trucks right in the middle of the parking. They just do whatever they want. It's kind of funny. But it's slow pace and everything, and people are slow usually, most times, except the young whippersnappers.